Have you ever wondered, what's the best way to ask a woman out, or how to invite a woman on a date? If you don't know how to ask a woman out, stay tuned because I'm here to help you in this video. If you follow this step-by-step process, she'll be interested in going out with you. Let's get started. I'll provide context on how you can invite this woman out. First, it's important that it's a woman who has already shown some sign of interest in you, either by giving you her number or having some contact, indicating an interest in getting to know you better, learning more about who you are and where you come from. You might be developing this conversation on social media or in person, exploring topics like work, personal preferences, and deepening the level of conversation. When you feel it's time to invite her out, and you sense she's a bit interested or at least curious about you, how you ask her out will significantly influence her response to your invitation. How you invite her can affect whether she says yes, what her expectations will be for the date, how she prepares, and if she'll be thinking about you before the date. Now, the common mistake I see many men making these days is approaching the invitation to go out in an unclear manner. Many say something like, "Oh, we could go to the beach sometime. Or maybe go to the movies, have a juice, eat a sweet, or have coffee. I'm going to a party on such and such a day, if you feel like it, show up." Using phrases like these may not be effective if it genuinely doesn't matter to you whether the woman shows up or not. If you have other priorities or issues in your life, it's okay to speak this way. However, if you're genuinely interested and want to convey that, this tone of invitation may not be the most appropriate. If you use such phrases, she may perceive that you're afraid of committing and of facing possible rejection. Your previous actions, like not responding well to her or not engaging in conversations, may give the impression that you're not very invested. If suddenly you start talking about going out, it may seem like you're trying to avoid putting both feet on the ground and risking potential rejection. Therefore, it's essential to consider how your previous actions may influence her perception and opt for a more direct and confident approach when inviting her out. Furthermore, this approach reveals a lack of courage on your part, as if you threw out an idea without really having the courage to express clearly what you want. Making a direct invitation is crucial, and the significant problem with this approach is that, most of the time, if women are not approached directly, they feel ashamed of showing a clear sign of interest. So, if you say something like, "Oh, we could go to the beach sometime," what you probably expect is that she responds with enthusiasm, agreeing to go out. However, there's a low chance of that happening because women generally avoid appearing easy. So, what can you say or do to invite more effectively? When inviting a woman out, the first thing you should have done is establish an emotional connection with her, evoking feelings of fun and excitement. Once you've created these sensations, follow this step by step to invite her in the best way possible, stirring her emotions. This method has 3 steps: a special reason, the desire to assess, and specificity. Here's how you can do it. Special reason: start by saying something like, "Fulana, I need to tell you something. Normally, I don't invite a woman out so quickly, but I need to be honest, you've sparked something different in me. I loved your manner, your humor, it's a fun way to speak. I'm curious to meet you in person and see if we connect the same way we do online. How about grabbing an acai on such and such a day?" This beginning emphasizes that there's something special and authentic about your approach, conveying that you don't do this frequently, but something genuine attracted you. Desire to assess: reinforce the invitation by expressing the desire to assess compatibility. Say something like, "I'm curious to see how our conversation flows in person and if we share the same chemistry we have online. It would be great to get to know each other better in a more relaxed setting." This shows that you're not just inviting for the sake of it, but genuinely interested in exploring a deeper connection. Specificity: be specific in the invitation. Instead of saying, "one of these days," provide concrete details. For example, how about grabbing an acai on such and such a day? This gives the proposal a more real touch and shows that you've thought about the invitation. By following these steps, you create a more authentic and emotionally engaging approach to inviting her, increasing the chances of a positive response. So, within this structure, the first thing you'll communicate is the reason why you're inviting her out, creating anticipation and a sense of expectation. You'll say something like, "Fulana, I need to tell you something. You've sparked something different in me." Then, you'll explain the special reason, highlighting why you're interested. It could be something like appreciating her manner, humor, dressing style, or expressing admiration for her intelligence, focusing on characteristics beyond her beauty. This special approach not only makes her feel unique and special to you but also reinforces that it's not common for you to invite someone out so quickly. However, right after, you add, "I'm curious to know how you are personally, outside the environment where we're used to meeting. I want to see if we fit and connect in person too." These three words, fit, connect, marry, are powerful as they convey a genuine desire to explore a deeper connection beyond the current context. This structure creates an engaging narrative, increasing the chances of her feeling intrigued and accepting the invitation. So, choosing one of the words, let's use connect to create a slight sexual tension in the approach. Here's the final part. You'll say, "Fulana, I need to tell you something. You've sparked something different in me. I loved your manner, your humor, the way you dress, and your intelligence impresses me. I'm curious to know how you are personally, outside the environment where we're used to meeting. I want to see if we connect in person too, if there's that spark between us. What do you think about grabbing an acai on such and such a day?" This approach conveys that there's something deeper than physical appearance, adding a slight sexual tension by using the word connect. At the same time, by being specific in the invitation, you demonstrate decisiveness and show that you have the courage to lay your cards on the table. Test this approach and let me know how it goes. If you like the video, click like and share it with your friends. Strong hug to you, and see you soon.